going on, and welcome to Eclipse Theory Games podcast, where we bring you the latest in gaming news, indie reviews, and everything else under the sun. My name is Kendall, and I'm here with my co-host
Tony, aka Ghost of Percy Miracles.
Respect. Yes, sir. Yep. All that little brother love right now. If y'all have not
All
checked
of
out
it.
listen, I've been working like a motherfucker. I've been sick as hell. I haven't checked out the documentary yet, but it's like saved up next. It's like the next thing I'm watching.
With it.
Like Little Brother, they got a documentary called May the Lord Watch, I believe it's called.
After the last album.
Yeah. So you can find it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can just like stream it there, like
YouTube, but donate, put some money back into them motherfucking pockets.
Absolutely, man. Because there's some pioneers in the rap game, and if you don't know that, you can get hip. You know what I mean? They have influence people like Drake. You know what I mean? Which is crazy to say, but
your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, literally.
Straight up, like they were a big part of this dude's like finding his style. I promise you, man, it's worth watching. But enough about that. Facts. But yeah, we can preach about that all day. I promise you. But today we're here to talk about another pioneer in an industry that we all love, which is video games. We of course are here. We're going to be posting this on December 4th. We record a little early, but I know the only thing on everybody's mind is going to be tomorrow and the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 or whatever it's called. Like, personally, I kind of hope I won't say I hope it's not 6, but I'm interested to see why they haven't straight up said 6. Like, if it's not, who knows?
Oh, there's definitely a subtitle. There's definitely a subtitle.
But see, like that could, and we just kind of jumping into the discussion anyway. This is just going to be the GTA episode. I'm not going to lie. That might be the name of it. But would that take away from, like, this title's spot as the next GTA? Like, would that make it feel like kind of a spinoff, you think?
No. And the only reason for that is it's been 11 years since, well, I guess as of release, hopefully it'll be 11 years since 5 was originally released. I said hopefully. If they drop it next year. They drop it next year, it'll be 11 years.
We'll hope for that shit, but yeah.
So no, we're at the point now where the next one is the next one. Like if this was like 2-3 years out, then yeah. If you want to make it clear that this is the next one, then yeah, you number it off. But yeah, like I said, man, we 11 years deep. Like this is what it is.
This is very clearly the only new GTA we've gotten since the PS3 era. Like straight up. Like, so yeah, that's fair. But whatever it's going to be called, it seems like it is going to be indeed set in Vice City. Of course, we've had
that nigga Dread smiling. See how happy he is about this shit.
Man, listen, that is my home away from home, bro. It's like the DMV area, then it's Philly, then I live in Vice City, and then Hyrule. You know what I mean? But I kind of prefer Vice City. I can commit some crime there. You know what I mean? I'm a actual drug kingpin in Vice City, so it's pretty lit. But yeah. That's the thing, man. That's the thing about this game. I know we all love Vice City and like we have fond memories of like this neon lit Miami from the PS2 era, but Miami, man, like there's so much that you can do with that. And if you're just going all in crime wise, where like you can really do some shit here. Like, I don't know the extent of it. And that's kind of what we want to break down today, kind of talk about all the little things that we can get out of it. We're gonna have a lot of different kind of talking points. Because this is a big event. Like this is a industry shaping game drop. That's what happens when GTA comes out. Like you start getting clones. Open worlds might change. This is it's like when Breath of the Wild came out. Who knows what direction they're going in? So I want to kind of
think we got to start with the elephant in the room when it comes to this particular trailer and when it's dropping. How many holes is Jeff punched in his wall?
Yeah, but I mean, you knew, like we talked about it.
Like he had to know, right? Like he had to know he wasn't getting it, but at the same time, it's kind of like it's 2 days before,
right?
That's gonna take some space.
It's Rockstar, and it's one of those things where that honestly is so good for the industry. I don't even know if he'd be tripping. Like, it's gonna make people more excited about video games in that same time frame as the Game Awards, right?
The only reason I say that is because while I do think that the Game Awards has had some benefit to the industry, that and Summer Game Fest has kind of been Jeff's way of like sticking it to the E3 committee.
Yeah.
Like
It's not even.
it's very much his like I'm dancing on your grave and pissing on it
Yeah,
type thing.
I was gonna say not even kinda. Like that's what that is.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like so,
Yeah,
I know he knows he wasn't going to get it. Like when they announced, was it last month that they were going to drop a trailer or whatever it was? We
yeah,
all knew they were going to do it on their own time because that's what
right,
Rockstar does. It
right.
wasn't going to be no we going to be part of some shit. No, we're not doing that.
We discussed it, and I held out hope because I kind of wanted it to be a part of it. Like I'm not mad at it standing alone, but it's really going to be like 60 seconds, 70, 80 seconds.
If that.
And right. And it could have been nice to be a part of like this whole collective, like celebrating gaming again. Like this is a big end of the year bang, but they want to stand out on their own. And it's like Nintendo or someone. Like you wouldn't even be shocked by that. Even PlayStation doesn't really
Yeah.
participate in E3 and stuff like that anymore. So
Yeah, I
it,
ain't mad at it because I think it's better this way. But there's a part of me that just feels like Jeff is like, yo, if I could have got that shit,
he might be
like
punching the air a little bit. He might be
just a
punching the air a
little
little.
cube of good, man, just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, but hey, listen, like I said, I think it's good overall. Like the conversation is gonna just be buzzing for like the next. We're gonna be talking about this for like the next year, man. Like
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this till the next trailer drop.
this is one of those things where we're gonna like, the trailer gets broken down. Like we try to pinpoint little things that we think they might be doing. Cause I don't expect it. What I'm expecting is the same type of trailer we got for 5, like where they kind of it's almost like a tourist video for the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they kind of just sweeping over everything, which is dope. Like that shit looked amazing, especially when
I
they
am.
updated the graphics. Yeah,
Yeah, I am demanding one thing of this trailer and one thing only that I absolutely have to see. If he is not even flashed in the trailer, at least show the shirt. Tommy Vercetti. Got it.
it's
Just flash the shirt in the background or something. Just let me know he's still like out this motherfucker.
something has to. There has to be something,
Some it got to be some type of reference to it.
and you know what? I don't even want it in the trailer. I want it to be bigger than that and in the game. Like this dude was Scarface,
No,
right?
no, I want him in the game. I'm talking about in the trailer. It's got to be just some
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of like small reference.
Yeah, something,
Something.
something. I don't know what they. And the thing about Rockstar is like, this is not like, oh, you're nameless, faceless protagonist. Nah, Tommy Vercetti is a character. Like
He's
he's
he
Tommy
he
Vercetti.
is the other than CJ, he is the Grand Theft Auto character.
Yeah, yeah. You got CJ, then him, then probably like
Probably
Roman, then
Nico.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Nico and Roman, and then probably nameless guy from GTA 3.
Right.
But Um, yeah, nah, I feel like there's so much you can do here. Like there's so much history with this city. Like I don't know how the continuity of GTA works. Like where because like San Andreas was referenced in like the in GTA 5, right? Like what wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, there were smaller references, but I think that because it was based in Los Santos, so it was a
Right,
larger area. So
right,
I think there's continuity in the series. I just don't think they've ever like really explored it because they've always wanted to kind of stick to the story of their characters. But
right.
I feel like revisiting Vice City kind of has to be connected in some way
Yeah, it's such a
because that is like story wise, that is like the Grand Theft Auto.
right, right. It was the one that took the series. GTA 3 was the blueprint. Vice City showed you that they could tell stories with that blueprint. Like they started to evolve shit from there and they never stopped. Every game was another
Yeah.
step in a crazy direction. Every single one, if you really think about it. So, man, I don't know what they expect really, but I mean, we do though. Like we kind of do because of the leaks that we've had. So let's talk about that for a minute. We know, or at least we've heard, that it's going to be kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde situation, like a male and female main characters, um, which could go in a lot of different ways. I'm guessing that they're going to evolve heists in some way, because heists were amazing to me. That was like one of the coolest parts, just like the interactivity and the like. It was the most role playing Grand Theft Auto type thing you could do. It made you feel it like brought the whole cops and robbers thing full circle where you're like a real life robber. You're robbing places. You're not stealing shit. You are robbing motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? That shit's
There's a
crazy.
difference.
Yeah, like you ain't mugging. You're fucking a thief. Like, you know what I mean? So That's how it's always interesting to see. Like it looks like you can like hold the place up in a very interesting way based on the little bit of leak stuff that we've seen. Um, Now how much of that holds up, how finished that was, who's to say? We'll know more about what they wanted to show when we see it. But I'm fascinated by that shit. I think it sounds really fun.
Yeah, I wonder though if it's one of those things that's like locked in mission structure, at least in single player,
Yeah,
because I can't imagine the amount of like programming and coding that would go into making that available in the open world consistently.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
But
I
I
mean?
mean, if anyone was going to do it, it would be them. Like
Yeah,
these
but
motherfuckers.
that's some circular shit you got to pull off.
I feel like the clearest example of Rockstar's ingenuity and on that front, like the gameplay and development side, is GTA 5 came out, like you said, 11 years ago or whatever it was, like on the PS3. The character switching in that game gave us that same feeling that we got from Fast Traveling in Spider-Man 2. Like that was how crazy
They
that shit
did
was.
start that shit.
Yeah, like we don't
I
talk
didn't think
about that
about
shit.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
because it was
really
literally zoom out, zoom back in,
right
maybe
into
10 seconds at the most.
bro, PS3, like they are different over there. So like
Yeah, that's a
just
good point.
think about the world that they created with Red Dead Redemption 2's only criticism is that it's too much. Like that's all I got against the game. Like I only had nothing against it, but I'm saying if I did, that's like the only criticism I could levy against that game. So I'm just I can't wait to see what their new play box is. You know what I mean? Like they have so much, and I'm one of those people that does not finish GTA games. Like I'm not gonna lie
Oh,
to you.
word?
Yeah, after a certain point, I just kind of start fucking about. Like
Oh,
GTA,
nah, I done finished every story I played.
and I finished, I've gotten pretty I finished Vice City, of course. I've gotten pretty close to San Andreas. Nobody finished the plane shit when they were kids, and I don't want to hear no different. But
Hell no. Hell no.
yeah, like that shit
You
was just
barely finished the train.
yeah, yeah. I did actually. I think I beat GTA 4. But I didn't keep my system long enough to beat GTA 5 when I had it, so
I
I
ain't gonna
missed that
front.
one.
I still think outside of Vice City, GTA 4 had the best story.
That joint was actually fire. Like it's very underrated and it's very unique. Like that's not.
I love 4.
Yeah, yeah. That game was. It was this. It was again. They step up incrementally every game. GTA 4 for a lot of people. The 360 era was almost the PS4 Xbox One era, right? Like there were some great games on that era. Like we had some incredible experiences, but it was still like the evolved PS2 Xbox shit, right?
yeah.
So when you get the PS4 and whatnot, that's when they really started to skyrocket with games and like the things that they do in it. So GTA 4 kind of fell into that era where they were doing crazy. Again, GTA 5, you see that they got technology we still impressed by. This is why you can release the game on PS5 and people still play it like it's normal. But
Right.
4 was ahead of its time, but still limited by being like a 360 Xbox or PS3 era game. So this one is a PS5 Xbox Series X game, and yeah, yeah, it's gonna be something special.
Hopefully they ain't crunching people to hell while they making it though.
Hopefully, man, because I mean we don't hear a lot about Rockstar and on the ins and outs. I know we've heard stuff in the past that implies conditions could be better. I'll have to look into the specifics just to speak on that for real, but let's treat everybody well. Like we don't need the game. That's one thing I can appreciate. I actually am not a fan of like the mysterious air that Rockstar has. They move like TDE, and I love TDE, but I want to know what the fuck is going on with TDE. Like you know what I mean? So
Here's the
I,
thing though, because if we go keep it a buck, Rockstar's put out enough like great shit to
to
where the
move like that.
mysterious air works.
Yeah, TDE just
When you drop these days, nah,
man. Look,
dog, you got to start telling me shit.
listen. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna
look,
let you.
he came back with her. No, you
He
know,
came
Absol,
back
like you know,
twice. He came back
Absol,
twice. Yeah,
like
I know.
fuck with that nigga heavy.
Only reason we
He
talking
came
like
back
this is
twice
because we big
because these
fans.
days
Like,
was
yeah,
that.
I liked these days. This is my bold
Yeah,
opinion. I like that
I
album.
I couldn't do it. But no, Herbert was flames. Herbert was
Herbert was
absolute
flames.
flames. Do
Do do,
do
do
without
without
will
will. Yeah.
fire.
Also gas. You know what I mean? Schoolboy Q shit underrated as hell. I forget how we got to this topic, but nah, Rockstar moves a lot like that where their mysterious air gives them a lot of what people love about them. I don't really love it that much. Like I'm like, I get it. You don't have to like the Game Awards thing. You don't have to be a part of things because you're Rockstar. You are Rockstar. Your name is Rockstar. Like you moving like a fucking celebrity out here. But stop. Quit it. Like, you know what I mean? Like
The interesting thing about Rockstar for me, and we had this discussion before Starfield dropped, where I said it was not that I was skeptical of Starfield, but it was that I was skeptical of what Bethesda was actually going to mean to Microsoft because they don't make system selling games. They just can sell a lot of games. If somebody bought Rockstar, that's a wrap for everybody.
it is. It's over.
Because Grand Theft Auto will sell you a system.
Yeah, and whatever they make will sell
Yeah,
you.
whatever they make is selling a system. But I think that's part of it is that like they're the guys on the outside is like, nah, we can boost your whole shit. Like it's it's like Drake, it's the stimulus package. We drop shit on your shit, it go up.
Straight up. I'm telling you, man, like they move like a rock star. Like, but it's facts. Like that is a game changing. And again, I love Bethesda. I think Starfield is amazing. We talked about this at length. You know what I mean? What we mean.
Very good game.
But Rockstar's in a different. Rockstar might be in a league of its own. So we just expect greatness. Like there's no doubt to what this game is going to be. That's why it's so hard to speculate about it because they're not going to tell you anything until they're ready, and they're going to tell you exactly how much they want to tell you. It's shocking that we got that leaked info. Like, it's shocking. But
if they give us bullet points, they're giving us 2 bullet points per presentation.
Facts, exactly. So it's just how they move. You know what I mean? But I appreciate them, and I'm actually interested to talk a little bit about what they might do next. I want to kind of get into that, but before we jump out there, let's kind of keep it with the GTA, the GTA vibe. With this game being set in Vice City, do you think it should be modern day, or do you think maybe it should?
No.
We just
spent 11 years on modern day.
Right.
You know
I kind of expect it to be modern day, but
I do, but I would like some throwback shit, like hell, just continue the story of Vice City from a completely and totally different perspective.
I would not be mad.
That aesthetic, that setting was fire.
Yeah, it really was. Like
that soundtrack, man. Everything about that shit.
Now that's when you throw the subtitle on and you call the game Vice City 2. Like that's when you do some bullshit like that, or something along those lines. Like make it clear that it's a sequel to that game. If you're gonna set it in that same time period, you got to do that. Or set it in the 90s. Like set it just a little bit.
Yeah, do that. That's what the old school movies used to do.
Yeah, because like the 80s Miami has it's Miami Vice. Like that is called Vice City. Like this is what they were doing. They were doing Miami Vice. So set in the 90s and maybe kind of give it a splash of its own flair with that vibe still kind of lingering about. That would be very interesting to me. I think they could do a lot with that. And the 90s has so much character, bro. The colors in this fucking game you see that image they put out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know that they'll do this, but I guess we can. I'll bring one of the leaks into this. They were talking about characters being able to age. Let's just do 90s to modern era. Just honestly, do the story. What, that's 30 years. I mean, you ain't got to do that whole 30 years. That's a tough game to make, but you can age them up a little bit.
You know what, man? I've also heard rumors about a dynamically changing city or something along those lines. I don't know how true that is.
Like, if niggas is like constructing buildings for like 2 years and your shit,
that would be crazy.
You get to that third year and it's finished, and then like the whole city changes over 5.
I wouldn't even be mad if it's time jumps. Like if they, because GTA is telling a story. These games are movies in their own way, so time jumps will work perfectly. It will fit right in line with the way that they tell their stories. And then you can have the city just kind of progress as that happens. Like you going out these places that you familiarize yourself with over however many hours you played in it in 93. Now you're in like 2005 or whatever, and like completely different. Like this area's changed. Imagine how much replay value that would have. Like,
parking lot is a strip mall now with some shit like that.
Man, right.
Highway and been added.
Man, highways getting added and letting you go to new places. Come on. It's like it's perfect. It's perfect. Like but these are again, there's so much that you can do. GTA is like the video game to me. You're just making a city and allowing motherfuckers to do whatever they want to in it.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say I do want is like more interior stuff. I don't know why it feels like, I mean, we got a lot of interior stuff in GTA 5, but just like, places to go and shit to do. Like, you know what I mean? That's always fun to kind of like have a little city to fuck around and, go lift some weights or whatever the case, like in San Andreas. But
it's weird because I feel like you get more indoor stuff in Red Dead Redemption than you do. And I guess it's
yeah,
because there's more like built in, like it's so wide open and it's just space in Red
yeah.
Dead Redemption, so there's less to load in.
And then the buildings are like, much simpler, like,
Yeah.
just based on the time. So that's probably true. But I think that I feel like I don't want to say too much because I feel like I'm underrating how much is actually in GTA 5. Like you breaking into people's houses and that, like, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of interior stuff. I don't know
I
why it
mean,
feels like 4 had more to me.
it is weird. It does feel like there was a lot, but I think everything was more condensed. Like they did like a New York that was like very close. A lot
Yeah.
like New York actually is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's close as fuck out there.
Man. I
Um,
understand, man.
but I would want to see GTA. Hell, I'm probably going to play GTA 5 in preparation.
Right.
But I would want to see GTA 6 be like you said, dynamic. Because like none of them have been really to this point. It's just kind of been like the world that you're in is the world that you're in, and it
Yeah.
doesn't really change. Because I mean, a lot like five, it seemed like a lot of five minus the openings had that lasted what? That was like a 6 month time period or something
Right.
like that. Like, nah, I would like if it's gonna be as big as they say it is, we got the power of the PS5 and the Xbox Series S and all that shit, man. Give me a 20-year run.
Yeah.
Give me a 20-year
100%.
run at the top, man. I'm trying to
And
run some shit.
straight up, honestly, let me let me fucking take over Miami over this little decade. That would actually be, man, that would be fire. But the thing is, we already know they have the tech to make your character like grow hair or like, probably go
Right.
gray or whatever. They've done it in Red Dead Redemption too. So just, implement that in a GTA way. I basically want to see what Red Dead Redemption 2 looks like in modern day, like in a city setting. You know what I mean? Like there's so much you can, and of course it's gonna have the GTA flair to
Because
it. But
my Arthur died with a full beard.
hey,
The
I'm not
nigga
mad.
got sick. I'm like, why would he be taking care of himself right now? Like, you know what I'm
Yep,
saying? Like,
yep.
I'm gonna let this shit grow out.
The
Just
immersion,
makes sense to me.
the
You
immersion is
know?
crazy in that time period.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like, nah. What? Well, I'm sitting here thinking about shaving, nigga. I'm coughing up half a lung.
Right. Nah, that is absolutely fact. So since we kind of bringing up Red Dead, I do want to jump and talk a little bit about, I know we getting GTA 6 finally. I don't want to jump the gun. I'm sorry, Rockstar, to do this, but what would you want to see make that next splash? Because you see the splash this made. What Rockstar property would you want to see be next?
I mean, they got to bring Bully back at some point, right?
Man, I
I mean,
really
there were
want it.
rumors that too they were working on two and scrapped it.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many rumors that that's probably the case. Like
Yeah,
it
like no,
yeah.
I'm almost 100% certain Bully 2 exists or existed in some
Yeah.
form at some point.
I mean, the way that Bully came out, and then I thought they didn't really care about it, but they remastered it for like Switch and 360, and they put it on mobile phones. Like they still
Hold on,
show.
time out. It's on Switch?
Oh, excuse me. I think it was on
Nigga,
three.
look, I was
Nah.
finna interrupt the whole show to run grab my Switch.
I think it was on like the Wii actually. Like, yeah, nah. If it was on Switch, I'd be playing that shit right now. Like,
Nigga.
that's that's the thing. Like, such a great. I feel like maybe they don't want to touch the schoolyard bully thing. Maybe that's kind of, but it's not worse than crime. Like,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, like
yeah.
I okay, I give somebody a wedgie or I shoot somebody in the head because they ain't have my money. Like,
You know what's worse about it? You can just go do it. Like you're not going to jail. You know what I mean? You don't have to make a life commitment. You can just go be a dick at school. So maybe they don't
I
want
mean,
to.
that's real life.
Yeah, but maybe they don't want to promote that. I mean, shit, it could be a. I feel like it's an
Look,
outlet.
bully,
You know,
bully. We ain't had bully in 20 something years. People still being dickheads at school, so it ain't on them.
that's big facts. Let's not go down this GTA South Park road that we went down before. That's facts.
Look,
But
man, I don't know.
yeah,
So bully 2.
yeah,
I feel like it's too soon for Red Dead 3.
yeah. No, it's I don't. I wouldn't want
Way
that.
too soon for that.
I wouldn't even be
Fuck it,
mad at
man. Bring back Midnight Club.
man. That is a series
Give
I have.
me an open world Midnight Club, man.
Yeah, they. I mean, look at what everyone else is doing, and just give me like Forza Horizon, but Midnight Club. Like that
I
shit would feel
mean,
like a Fast and the Furious game. Like,
that's what I was about to say. You do Midnight Club with a full blown story, like Rockstar in this era doing Midnight Club. It might be a Fast and the Furious ass game.
straight up.
Fuck it, man. Go with that next.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I want to throw LA Noir into the mix though, because
Yes, I need
I,
another one of those bad.
yeah, that
I
game
love the
was,
first game.
it's so different, man. Like there's not a lot of real that. I mean, that wasn't even like it was Rockstar in so many ways. You know what I
You
mean?
could see
But
niggas was lying on their face.
you know what I mean? Like there's so much. They do so much with their tech and their ideas, and we don't get a ton of. I mean, we get detective games. You know, you got stuff like Judgment and whatever. But that was a pure
But this was, yeah.
detective noir. I mean, it's a noir experience. Like you know, so
I might
please
run
bring
that
that
back on Switch because I ain't played that in a minute.
Me neither, man. It's been a while. And if y'all haven't played LA Noir, it is such a dope, immersive fucking like detective game. It's worth playing. Oh,
And it's one of those like you gotta pay attention to. Ain't no shit you could play with like some TV in the background or something, nigga. That is the TV.
yep, yep.
Watch the
And
show. Play
if
the
you
show.
are if you are familiar with Mad Men, my man Ken Cosgrove is like the main character there, and I will never not
Oh shit,
see.
that is him.
Oh yeah, I can't not see that shit every time I see that. Great show,
Damn.
Mad Men.
Now I think of now I can't unsee it.
It was very like they cast this man. This was back before I don't feel like games. I mean, they had actors playing themselves in games, but that was him. You know what I mean? Like in a way
Yeah.
that's still true now. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, bring back
Okay.
table tennis.
Oh
That shit
man,
was dope too. Rockstar table tennis
random.
was fire.
I don't know why it was, but I wouldn't
That
even
was the
be.
weirdest departure, and it worked.
Listen, I was about to say I wouldn't be mad at it, but I would be mad at it. I'll be a little mad if that was
As soon as we
next.
get GTA 6 and we just get that, you know,
Honestly, that throw that out there. Take a little take a little hot second and
because
drop
that
a
was
table
damn
tennis.
near a stealth drop.
Yeah, yeah. That was I appreciate that game for what it was. You know.
Yeah, man. You could take a team of 40, 45 people and drop that real quick.
Yeah. So, I know this is probably going to be like a shorter episode because we don't have as much to talk about until the trailer drops. We'll be back with more discussions about GTA after that. But, before we get anything wrapped up or anything, I want to talk about the state of the industry after GTA because as much as, I might be hyping it up, it's true that every time GTA comes out, you start seeing clones because they make those types of open world games trendy for that era, right? Like
Yeah.
San Andreas exists because of this. This kind of happens. So I thought it'd be an interesting conversation just to throw it out there. What other studios would you want to see make a game like GTA? Because there's some studios I think that can make some bangers. Insomniac is the easy choice. I'm just gonna throw that out there first. Because
I was staying away from them for that reason.
yeah, they're
Um,
the easy choice, but
Sucker Punch.
yeah. Also another
Uh,
like clear as day one.
let's see, Gorilla.
Gorilla would be fire, actually. I would actually really fuck with that. That's a good one.
Super Giant.
Also a good one. Like, and then I want to see these people bring their own flair to this shit. Like, not that you
And I
necessarily.
think Super Giant could, because I'm in a way, Hades is like a mini open world. Like you can explore a little bit, but
I
it's
mean,
still
it's
really
got
contained.
yeah, it's very contained, but it's got
Yeah,
it's got it's got its like branching paths and like they give you
right,
some
right.
autonomy and choice and stuff. And the way that they
But
do other characters is fire, and
and
that would
that's
work.
what would make me think that they could pull that off, especially with their art style and stuff. I think they would do some really unique shit with that.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that for sure.
Um,
And
damn,
honestly, I would
what?
want to see them make one. Let them make a 2D GTA type game. That would be kind of
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
I could fuck with it.
Honestly, Nintendo.
I mean,
Because we have Breath of the like that's open world Zelda.
that's their Skyrim. You know what I mean? That's their
Yeah, like
Skyrim.
I want to see them do like whatever their version of a GTA clone
Yeah,
is.
I would actually really be interested because I mean, you ask Nintendo to make their version of a shooter and you get Splatoon. So who knows what a
That's what I'm
GTA
saying.
is?
Like they're gonna
Yeah,
do something different with it. But Splatoon hit just like any other multiplayer shooter hit.
yeah. Honestly, bro. Oh my God. Give us this is kind of not even a GTA thing, but if you're gonna bring back like an Earthbound, like give us an open. I'm just trying to think of a dope ass city I would love to explore on some GTA shit, and like on that from Earthbound, it's just such a fun ass town, bro. Like think about that level from Smash. You know when you on like the corner
Yeah.
store or whatever. Just think, you know, you want to go in the background of that bitch and just walk around like that.
Oh
Shit
yeah.
looks. Come on, like that. That would be amazing. That would be a Nintendo ass GTA. Something with that style, even if it's not Earthbound, but that's the vibe that I would
Yeah.
want from a.
But see,
Yeah,
but they would go to Splatoon route and it'd be like a new IP, which
that's what
I'm
I want.
fine with,
Yeah.
which I'm totally fine with. But I would want to see like God, I wonder what you could because I think Metroid
I was
would be
thinking that too for a hot second,
perfect.
but I want a Metroid game in that style, like maybe an open. I mean, you know, some a
That's what I'm
little
saying.
more.
I want an open world Metroid where you can fly the ship from planet, like
Yeah,
mix No Man's Sky in with GTA because that's she's a fucking bounty hunter. Like it's there. It's all fucking there.
man. No Man's Sky, GTA, and Hitman. You know what
It's I
I
mean it's right
mean?
there.
And I don't mean you don't have to go super in depth. Hitman is crazy. The shit you can do to kill people and that is crazy. But just like let Samus be Samus in her way on a play. Like give
Yeah,
me the tools. It's pretty much that would kind of be the evolution of it. Like because you look at Metroid Prime and it's kind of its own experience. Like it feels like the 2D Metroids, but the 2D Metroids, you know, I don't know why. I feel like that has its own vibe, you know.
yeah, because they're about exploration.
Right.
Like we know Samus is a bounty hunter because we're told she's one, but she ain't really never done no bounty hunt.
Yeah, we don't see that much. So that would be
Yeah,
fire. That would be fire. And like and I mean you can make it a plot point like she's hunting, you know, people for a reason. Like she's not just out here, oh yeah, I need some scratch, you know what I mean? Let me get some money in my pocket.
yeah. Like you can do some like side missions like that,
Yeah.
but you know,
Right.
but yeah, man. Like or honestly, because I mean, Ridley's probably gonna be a thing forever. Kraid's gonna be a thing forever. They can be the bounty
Mm.
or create a new motherfucking character.
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
another Mother Brain because I mean
Nah.
that
Yeah.
particular boss character ain't Mother Brain really
That's
don't hit for me.
it's a big like
It's an iconic
omnipotent threat,
Metroid
right?
character,
Like
yeah, but
it's
like
not really like
Kraid
a
is
there's
cooler
a
to me.
person there. Like there's a personality there, I think, with Craig and with Ridley and whatnot. So I feel you.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
I can
that's the
see that.
one, man. That's the
I can
one.
see it. I would want BioWare to try something. Like I would want to see what BioWare would do. Cause I want to say CD Project Red, but I mean that's pretty much Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
but I would want to see what BioWare would do in like I don't know what type of setting. I mean, shit, I would want to see a Mass Effect game with this openness. Like, just give me like a big ass city to as well. But then I wouldn't want to take anything away from what Mass Effect already is. So it's hard for me to put an existing IP into this vibe that we're trying to set. But
I mean, I think there's room for there's because they haven't really done a. I mean, to an extent, Dragon Age, yes, but they haven't really leaned into like when I say
nah.
fantasy, I'm talking like Lord of the Rings type
Oh no,
shit.
nah, Dragon Age is definitely their high fantasy like series. Like that's definitely the but it's
But it feels like
not
more medieval.
yeah, yeah. It's got its own type of blend of those tropes, you know.
Yeah, because like it's just hard because I mean they already did like the Asian culture thing with Jade Empire, bring that shit back.
Please.
They did the space exploration. They did the high fantasy. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I guess they would have to do something like modern present day.
And that's kind
But
of what
then
I'm,
it's
I'm
like,
I'm trying to figure out
what's the genre?
how
You
to
know what
get
I mean?
them there without making Watch Dogs. That's what I'm trying to do for all
Right,
of these
right.
all of these
Because
companies.
that's where
Because
it always ends up coming down to is like,
it lit
okay,
I'm
Ubisoft already did this.
right. It's been on my mind the whole conversation, but because Watch Dogs is so inevitable. What if it was a GTA, but you could hack everything? That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Turns out,
because Watch Dogs 2 was great. I like
yeah,
everybody hated Watch Dogs 1. I liked it because I understood it for what it was, which was
right,
just like them trying the shit. But I
right.
mean, it wasn't like mind blowing. Watch
All
Dogs
I did
2 was
was
great.
Watch Dogs
That
2
was
gave you the actual ability to get in there. Like, you know what I mean? You
yeah,
could do some
and the
cool
main
shit.
character was black.
Yeah. And then the storyline I had is like they went a little bit more Saints Row with it. But like Saints
Yeah,
Row 1, not two
yeah,
Saints Row.
yeah. Not two
So
was yeah.
yeah.
That's a departure.
But yeah, nah, I feel like this is why it's tough to make this conversation. And this is why I give so much props to Sleeping Dogs. Like that was just a shot in the dark where they just kind of did this and it worked with their own system. They put like different types of driving and combat and whatnot in it. So it's tough to actually tap into it. True crime, which is, kind of where Sleeping Dogs came from, was the one time I've seen a series, and then Saints Row, obviously, but True crime was like one of the few times I've seen it work for anyone else.
Yeah, because I mean that's a risk to step into that like open world crime genre. And
Yeah,
on top of that, to kind of do it from the perspective of a cop and make
right.
you want to play it.
Man, yes. There's a 2D GTA old school GTA style game coming out, I think on Steam. I saw that some recent showcase. I gotta look up the name for this one, but it looks kind of dope. Like it
I'm
looks
pretty
kind of
sure I
fucking
have it
fun.
saved somewhere. I'd have to go dig it out. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's saved.
I think that genre looks really fun. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Did you play Chinatown Wars? Did you play Grand Theft Auto
Man,
Chinatown Wars?
I played a little bit of it. I didn't play enough of it. Like I didn't have it.
That one more than anyone was very explicit about having you selling drugs.
Yeah, yeah, which is like really, I do remember that very much. What's it like
No, you
touchscreen
was
mini
selling them out
games?
the yes,
Yeah,
and on the DS, you was selling
yeah,
that shit out the trunk.
yeah, that's so crazy. Like, what is this series? It's just crime.
And
It's
that
just
was on the handheld.
yeah, on
That's the
Nintendo's
one
saying it,
for the kids.
right? That's a hilarious way to put that, but you're right. Damn, yeah. I mean, shit. This is why they could just do anything. I mean, I meant to bring this up. As crazy as it sounds, I want to like. There needs to be some drug related activities in this new GTA, whatever it's called.
It's Vice City's got to be.
It's got like, I mean, real talk. Like you said, give me a shot at the throne, bro. Like, I need to
That's
have.
all I want.
If I can't compile a mountain, and I ain't gonna tell you what the mountain is because we on YouTube. I don't know who's watching, but if I can't compile a mountain on my desk, I don't want the game, man. I don't just keep it. I'm
See,
not.
I'll
I'm
say it
not
because Steven
serious.
said worse. So I'll say it. Fuck it. We want a mountain of cocaine like Scarface.
Man,
All right.
yeah, no, yeah,
Matter of
no.
fact, yeah, no. I want to be able to build a mountain of cocaine like Scarface, and then have whatever stupid sidekick characters in the game put his face in the cocaine and pop his face up like, "Where's the blow, dude?" Let's do all of that shit.
That's not
Let's get
entirely
all the way silly
impossible.
with it.
Honest to God, this is not entirely out of the realm of GTA. Like, they're gonna have a bunch of very serious, very hardened criminals, and then like
And
Steve
one idiot.
Urkel, who
Yeah,
stumbled into the like, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be like that. He's the tech guy, because why not?
yeah,
And this is what I'm hoping for from GTA. Give me that good criminal Steve Urkel goodness.
yeah.
That's all I can ask for.
Did I
I,
smoke that? I want all of that.
I just
All of that silliness.
I'm honest to God about to end the episode on that note right there, because that's perfect. That is exactly where we're going to end it today, folks. Let me know what sitcom characters you want to see in your next GTA, because I got some ideas now. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this one. I promise you.
That
But
might be the
listen,
first 15 minutes of the next one.
straight up, honestly, because that's crazy. I don't know how we got here, but we got here, folks. But nah, honestly, leave us some comments, man. Let us know what you're hoping for from GTA. I know it's gonna be hot on your minds. If we caught anything, man, let us know, because we're gonna be thinking about this on that Tuesday. It's gonna be a big day. But make sure you like
I
and
ain't got to let us know
subscribe.
because I'm gonna be telling you motherfuckers I called it.
Oh yeah, nah. All you gotta do is check that Twitter. So make sure you check us out on Twitter at Eclipse Theory, man, and like and subscribe to these. We come out with these videos every Monday, so we definitely want to continue making this a great show for you guys. But until next time, man, I am Kendall. This is Tony, and keep gaming.